Yes, hello. So my name is Mario. I'm from Berlin and I'm also based in Taipei, and this is Christoph from the Fedora project. We have a cooperation with many projects, and we're talking about the new desktop environment LXDE. Okay, LXDE stands for Lightweight X11 Desktop Environment. So yeah, it's like KDE or GNOME, but LXDE is much more lightweight, and that's how it looks like. There are different views, so we can pretty much look like standard desktop environments, and yeah, that's what it's about. We are much faster, we use less resources, and it's much more lightweight. That's our goal. These are the design principles. We have here a table, Open Office Writer, for instance. We have the standard GNOME, Ubuntu 8.4, we have LinPost Lite, which is based on old Fedora, and we have Windows XP. Windows XP is the leader in slowness, yeah, and LXDE overall, it's a much less resource-hungry system. Okay, so less resource-hungry, lighter, faster. LX can also stand for Linux. And yeah, we think it's especially designed for new generation devices like netbooks or MIDs, also for old computers, of course, that don't have so much resources. It's mainly written in C and was started already 2005 by PCMan in Taiwan. And I'm now giving the microphone to Christoph. He will continue with more technical parts.
Thank you, Mario. So, for example, on a Fedora standard install with base X system installed, it's only 4.6 megabyte to install LXDE, while it's 22.8 to install XFCE, and XFCE is also to be known to be lightweight. So it's optimized for low disk space consumption, it's low memory usage, it follows a modular approach. This means that every component can be used separately, can be easily replaced, removed, added, whatever. You don't need a full-blown desktop. So due to its modular approach, we also don't have long dependency chains. Most packages only require GTK2, and it supports input methods and accessibility because it's GTK. Some people complain about why do you use GTK, but well, if we want to support input methods, accessibility and so on, and multilingual internalization, there's no other way than GTK, we think. It has everything a desktop needs. It's a panel with plugins, a desktop with icons, session manager, task manager, text editor, image viewer, and an archive manager. So here we have the components itself. You see the desktop with a main menu. You see PCMan, the file manager with tabs that you can use to, especially on small screens, they are very useful. Here you see it in a big, large screen. This is also another version on running on Ubuntu, as you can see on the colors. Okay, here we have a small features overview. We have thumbnails, desktop icons, internet bookmarks, GTK bookmarks also. It's multilingual. iNotify support is experimental at the moment. It's multi-threaded to load large directories quickly. It can be started within 1 second on a normal machine. Yeah, tab browsing, I already mentioned that. It has built-in volume management through HAL, so you can mount, unmount, eject devices. It has a built-in file search utility, well, and a lot of other features that you can see on the other side. Drag and drop. Files can be dragged from one tab to the other. Large directories are processed in reasonable times. File association support according to free desktop org specs. Thumbnails, we already mentioned that. Bookmark support. It always can handle non-UTF file names correctly, and so on. So let's see how it looks. This is LXLauncher. You might know something similar from the ASUS EPC launcher. Just click through what it looks like. We have the panel with a lot of plugins. The menu is, as I said, according to free desktop specs. It's generated on the fly, and we also have a menu caching mechanism to make loading the menu even faster. Here you see some of the plugins that can be added to the panel. You see it's really a lot of plugins, and we are working on even more plugins by separating the panel into two separate packages, plugins and also the panel itself. Here we have the execute command with file completion. Oh, sorry, this was too fast. Here we have the user interface, the appearing setting. We have an included picture viewer, which loads pictures very, very fast. It's pretty simple, but you can click through the images with the buttons. You can, well, change the rotation, whatever. Here we have the task manager. It's also a simple one, but does everything you need. We have a tool to edit and create application shortcuts on the desktop and in the menu. Well, and to sum it all up, some components that cannot be shown. LXSession is the session manager itself. It has support to shut down, reboot, and suspend the computer with HEL and GDM. It's a stripped-down version of the previous LXSession, and well, it works pretty well and pretty fast. It supports AutoStart. We also have this AutoStart editor where you can select which applications to start. It provides a way to automatically start certain applications. We have our terminal inside. And here you see LX Music, our music player with some Chinese music, I think. We also have LX Render. It's our monitor configuration tool. We have LXNM. It's a network manager, but still under development. LXDE is the package that brings everything out together. It includes the default settings, the configuration files, and the artwork. And we have GTK Netcat. It's a graphic user interface for Netcat, of course. To sum it all up, it's GTK based. So it fits to the other applications that are running on your GNOME, Ubuntu, and whatever you use. And the team also supports the GTK by submitting patches. We apply to official ISO standards. We follow the free desktop OS standards, and we follow the Linux standard-based file hierarchy standards. And of course, all RPs are open. We optimize for flash storage, so low I/O usage. We decrease the number of input-output operations, and the lifetime of solid-state disk is extended by that. So this is green IT because it works with old hardware. You don't have to replace it. It lowers the CPU and RAM load, and therefore also lowers your power consumption, and the batteries therefore last longer. Adding a new feature is quite easily because everything is modular. There are a lot of new components that have been added recently. Well, there are so many ideas. Some of them are listed here, and there are people working on them to get them included. So,
yeah. Okay, I continue a bit about the community. As I said already, LXD was started 2005 by PCMan in Taiwan, and here are some people of the community. Yeah, and oh, I'm sorry, that was a different way. And yeah, Hongyan Yi is the name of PCMan. He's the core developer of PCMan File Manager, founder of LXDE. And he is actually a medical doctor. So that's what open source is about. We can get in many different people. Everyone can learn about this. Here we have a project like this, LXDE. Andrew Lee, Debian package maintainer for a long time. He worked 1998 on the Linux localization project. Yeah, they all worked together at that time with mainland China, with Hong Kong, yeah, disregard of political problems, and I really like this way of working together over borders. Pank, also from the project in Taiwan, he translated several chapters of O'Reilly's Programming Perl 3 edition into Chinese, for example, and yeah, also works with hardware manufacturers. We have some meetings, like a lot of events are going on here, for instance, with a meeting with Ubuntu people and people from Canonical. We have like people at the Linux World in San Francisco, also local supporters there here, for instance, former IBM, Glenn Johnson. Then LXD hacking event, for instance, we had that in Shenzhen. We have support by the open source Foundry. It's a Chinese academy of science in Taiwan, and they also employ some interns who only work on LXDE. Here are students in Beijing. Of course, also have people in Europe meeting at the Seabase. I don't know, maybe some of you know some guys here. So they support this project. Here back to Asia, the Gentoo package maintainer at Yahoo, he's working in Hong Kong. We have people at Tsinghua University in Beijing and Peking. Here the package maintainer of Mandriva for LXDE. He is a musician, but he's also packaging LXDE. Again, meeting in Shenzhen. We also like have packages in SUSE. We have packages in most big distributions by now already, so you can try out LXDE yourself. The Linux user group in Beijing, there are 850 people already. I always hear people saying, like, what's going on in Asia? We don't know about this. We never hear. Actually, there's a lot going on, but they speak Chinese, and so for us, sometimes difficult to get in touch. Yeah. So I invite you, we invite you, everyone, join this project. It's a really cool project. We always said, like, free and open source is about my code is free. People somewhere in the world can take this code and can do something with this, and a few years later it comes back to me and it's a great application and I can reuse it. We said that many times, but we don't have so many projects actually that go to the other part of the world. Here we have that. A lot of the code comes from Europe and was reused by people in China, in Taiwan, everywhere, and they started this project. And it's a really global community now, even though it's still a small community, it's a global community, and we're working together, and we invite everyone to join this project. Here are a few ideas. Many people are already engaged in different distributions, for instance. Join us and provide, for instance, packages. You can become a package maintainer. You can join the translation project. It's very easy. In the wiki, we have different tools, different how-tos there. Implement, for instance, some support for sessions, implement trash in PCMan, configuration, like a GNOME control center or XFCE settings. We don't have that yet. Or create a new theme. Yeah, here Christoph has done that, for instance. He's also happy to help people. And that's how we support the community. We have a website where you can download LXD, try it out. We are on SourceForge. Most people know how to use that already. We have a wiki in 18 languages, and we have real people engaging in these languages. So we didn't just set up a wiki and say it's 18 languages. We have people really working on that here. It's a wiki.lxde.org. We keep people up to date on the events that are happening on our blog. We have a forum. It's increasing very fast. So many people joining. And a planet where we collect. So if you engage in the LXD team, we will include you here in the planet as well. What else? Design project, translation project, mailing list for that. You can, Twitter, everyone now here, Twitter, Web 2.0, of course, we have that too. You can get in touch directly with developers on the LXD channel in English or Chinese. And and we have a foundation that is a non-profit foundation. So it's a whole environment ready for you to join. And remember, LXD is a desktop environment. It's lighter, faster, less resource hungry. The origin is in Taiwan. We're building we're engaging with a truly international community here, and cordially welcome you. So the future looks bright. Thank you very much. Okay.